Well, hi there, friendly friends, and welcome to This Week in F1. First up, Red Bull is at the beginning of a crisis, says 4 times champion. Well, this champion's name is not Vettel, but this is an interesting one nonetheless. Red Bull seems to be crushing all before them in the hunt for Jos Verstappen's dream of being the father of a 3-time world champion. Someone who won the title 4 times and could have won it 7 sees trouble brewing though. According to the one and only man that could beat Senna in equal machinery, beat that Nico Rosberg, the one and only original the Sulk, who probably gave Alonso lessons, and quite honestly, despite what I just said, one of my favorite all-time racers, Mr. Alain Prost, said to French publication L'Equipe, and I quote, "Nevertheless, that's Red Bull, is also facing the beginning of a crisis. The single driver system, Max Verstappen, which worked so well, is showing the first signs of failure. Sergio Perez, now installed in the team, discovered he could win and no longer seems intent on always compromising." End quote. So does his racing pedigree qualify Monsieur Prost to say this? Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. Firstly, Prost failed dismally as a team boss. Maybe one day I'll make a video about Prost F1. The cars were gorgeous, but they were rubbish, and the outfit failed to build the French super team they were dreaming of. But Prost also experienced firsthand the pressure of a possibly superior teammate, or at least equal teammate. And not once, but at least 3 times, as he was the teammate of legends Niki Lauda, Nigel Mansell and Ayrton Senna, and even Damon Hill. So he knows a little something about the dynamic needed to make a team work, about the number 1 driver, number 2 driver, equal drivers. He has an idea of what he's speaking about. I do, however, not see Tom Cruise's Mexican lookalike as on the same level as Max. Checo may be a great guy. He's certainly fast. He's a race winner. But Max is the cream of the current crop, and by some distance. Yes, maybe Russell or Leclerc or even Lando could possibly match him in better machinery than they currently have, but that's all speculation until it happens. And Lewis, I don't know. I think maybe Mr. Hamilton has had his best years behind him. Now Perez has had the equal machinery for some time, and he's pulled no Rosberg. Now whether it's through talent or through mind games, Verstappen has pretty much come out tops against Checo. Now most of us would love to see Red Bull let them both have a proper go at the title, but as Prost himself showed versus Senna, and more recently Alonso versus Lewis, and Rosberg versus Lewis, it isn't practical to just let them have a go. It actually cost McLaren the title in 2007 and pretty much handed it to Kimi. If the 2 drivers are having a go at each other and the teammates, they pretty much can take each other out. Well, Ferrari wouldn't mind. The Red Bulls knocking each other over may just be the push the prancing horses need to finally repeat Kimi's 2007 title. It's been a while. Maybe that's what we all need. The 2 Red Bulls having a go at each other and allowing somebody else to win for a change. Audi poach 50 experts. Wow, the carriers of the 4 rings of power and hope of all of us non-Red Bull or Mercedes fans seem quite keen for a fight. First they took the papaya Seidel, and now around 50 techies have been poached by Neuberg in Bavaria's finest Formula 1 team. Neuberg, by the way, is where Audi's team HQ is located, meaning they will be only the 4th current F1 team not situated in the UK. CEO of Audi Formula Racing GmbH, Mr. Adam Baker said, and I quote, "Regarding recruitment, what we need to recognize is the Formula 1 project for Audi Sport here in Neuberg. It's an important transformation project. But to ensure we will be competitive in 2026, we want to accelerate our learning phase as much as possible, and part of that strategy is an aggressive recruitment program. So far, we've contracted around 50 technical experts to join us here, including from some of our competitors." End quote. Well, Audi will not be winning any popularity competitions, poaching techies from opponents, but as Aston Martin have shown this season, you can build quite a decent car if your designers have a good memory, and maybe, just maybe, it'll work again. When Audi comes around in 2026, we'll see if it's 4 rings of fire or 4 damp calamari rings entering the sport. Headlines. Lando Norris thinks some of the Aussie chaos in the last race was because of rubbish Pirelli rubber. And I quote, "We need a tyre that gives us some more grip, and actually a tyre that feels like it should be on a Formula 1 car at the top of motorsport. And at the moment, on a day like today, it feels pretty terrible." End quote. Wolf passes $1 billion. That is not likes on social media. That is his worth. In news that is sure to make the Totonator smile, Forbes has revealed that the Merc boss and owner of 33 or something % of the team is now worth more than $1 billion. That's US dollars, not the Zimbabwe variety. Police have arrested 4 people charged with the theft in 2022 of Charles Leclerc's €2 million worth watch. That's a lot of money for something that tells the time. Speaking of time, the police really took their time finding the watch thieves, didn't they?
And on that terrible disappointment, I'm afraid it's time.
Or some memes. Enjoy them, don't enjoy them. You're a little rebel, you can decide. And I hope you have a good weekend, and I hope you have a great time. God bless. Please think about subbing, coming back again. We've got new stuff every week. God bless. Goodbye.